Welcome back to Good Day State Line. It's Tuesday Trends, and today we're making travel banks, right?
Yes.
Producer Danika, who's
Mason jar travel banks.
Okay, so tell me all about this because I don't know anything.
So
about
this is something super fun that you can do with your kids or for yourself.
Okay.
So you just take a couple mason jars. I spray painted them already with
Oh,
white
that's
spray
how this
paint.
happened. Okay.
And then you take a map. You only have black and white, but you can use color map
Okay.
as well. And then basically you paper mache it onto the mason jar, and then it becomes your travel bank. So once you fill
with
it up,
money?
then you take,
That's
Then once you
cute.
fill it up, then you can take a little vacation.
Isn't paper mache? Aren't you supposed to like pop the
I think
balloon?
it's not, yeah.
It's not called paper mache when you don't have a
Okay,
balloon.
and then it's just painting paper with glue.
I'm just like trying to think back. One time I made a Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
That's the only paper mache I ever made.
So,
Okay, so how do I do this?
So all you need are strips of paper, which I've already cut, and then you just need mason jars, spray paint, the brushes, Mod Podge, and then a
Am I doing
printout
this
of
right?
a map. So how I do it
Oh.
is I just kind of like get the paper like nice and wet. This is a very messy activity.
It's okay. It's the end of the show.
This is the part of the paper mache part. Like you get the paper wet, and then you kind of paint it on there.
It was a long time when I did paper mache, so I don't know.
You just kind of paint. It's that's why we have the paper plates. But yeah, so then you do that all the way around, and then you have
Wait, is
your
this what you
little.
did?
Yeah,
Okay.
just kind of dipped it in there like that. The glue smells weird.
Smells like crafts in here.
Smells like crafts. But yeah,
Crafting.
so you do this. You can do this for,
You can
any
pick a
sort of
different.
trip. If you're doing it as an
I
adult,
ripped it.
that's okay. It doesn't have to be exact, and that's the fun
Oh.
part. You can print off anything that you
Whenever
want.
we were doing crafts at my house when I was a kid, they had to be exact.
You can use an old map that you already have, which is fun to kind of rummage through. You could probably use like old pictures. I mean, you could.
Oh
use
yeah, that's
whatever.
fun. Well, you can also
whatever
use
you
like
want.
some other source than a mason jar, obviously.
Right.
So you basically need a thing.
a vessel and
Yeah.
glue, and then something that's paper that you want to put
I
on.
like it. This is fun.
Yeah, it is fun. So I do also have a list from travelandleisure.com about the 10 best fall vacations.
Okay.
For fall leaves and to see all the colors. So the first one on the list is Asheville, North Carolina. Have you ever been there?
No. Where is North Carolina? It's on the bottom right, right?
The map? Yes, sure. It is on the East Coast.
I don't
East
think I've
Coast.
ever been to North Carolina. I'll have to ask my parents though. I've been to a lot of states.
The
but I
next
don't know
one
if I've
is Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Wyoming. Been there.
Really? I've never been there.
We took a long road trip to the geyser.
Is it Geezer or Geyser?
No, it's Geyser. Dave is in my ear. Can you help me out? What did I go see in Yellowstone? Something.
Dude,
Old
Dave's like, I don't
Faithful.
know.
Thank you, Dave.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what that is? Okay.
Thanks, Dave. He wasn't there or anything. I just had a feeling he didn't know
went
the
on
answer.
vacation, station
Long
vacation.
travel trip. We drove the whole way there and the whole way back.
Berkshire's Massachusetts.
No, I've actually never been to Massachusetts. I would love to go to Boston. I think
That
that's on
would
my
be
bucket
super
list.
fun. Oops, I ripped it too. And then
Sonoma's on my
Sonoma,
bucket list, too.
California. Isn't that where all the wine's at?
It's over there by Napa
Yeah.
Valley.
Oh,
yes, I think when my sister-in-law turns 40, I think we're taking a trip there. So that's not too
ripped
next
this.
June.
I ripped that one. Flagstaff, Arizona, which I've
Been there.
driven through. My
So
aunt and
funny.
uncle live north of Phoenix, so
I was just telling somebody about when I moved to LA, and I drove with my dad for 2.5 days to LA, and then 7 months later drove back. We stopped at Flagstaff, Arizona. It was somewhere we stopped and had lunch. That was a very experience of my life, was traveling across the country with my dad.
Oh, yeah.
And stopping for meals. And the one time I went to Starbucks and he stressed out so hard because I was like, "What do you want?" He's like,
I don't know. Too many choices. Dads don't belong in Starbucks.
He didn't go in.
I don't think my dad has ever even been to a Starbucks.
He didn't go in. No. I think he'll tell me when he's watching this. Flagstaff was either where we stopped for coffee or we had lunch there on the way there. We drove there north and drove home 7 months later the south route when I didn't quite make it in LA. Now I'm here. You guys have
Burlington, Vermont. Never been to Vermont.
No, I've never been up there.
Didn't Hannah go to Vermont?
I don't know. Vermont.
Didn't you say
by
camp
New
in
Hampshire.
Vermont? Or no, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
They're near each other.
Okay. And then Telluride, Colorado,
I don't think I've ever been
I've
there.
never been there, but I've heard about it many times.
too.
I heard it's beautiful. Maui, Hawaii.
Only been to Waikiki, but 3 times.
I'm surprised, like that's a place to see like fall foliage. That's
No,
weird to
I think
me.
it's just
That's
a
what
place to go somewhere else when you're tired
Oh,
of
okay.
fall.
And then Bermuda, which I've actually been. There.
Bermuda?
Yes, Bermuda. Which they don't have like a lot of fall trees, but they do have pink sand beaches, which is
now,
super fun.
the question is, Maui and Bermuda, is their fall the same time as our fall?
No, Bermuda's really north. Bermuda is actually off the coast of South Carolina. A lot of people think
I mean,
it's in
that's
the
not north of here.
No, I know, but a lot of people think it's in like the Bahamas.
No,
but it's
just
not.
in the
It's-
song.
Yeah, it's like
How many times this week can we talk about Kokomo?
keeps coming up.
It's a new game.
There's actually
Let's
been a
hope we can do it
Kokomo.
tomorrow.
The real
I think
Kokomo.
shocker. I think my dad maybe.
Probably.
Barbados. He used to be in charge of the airport situation in Barbados. So
There's a
he's been over
situation.
there.
Situation
He's
like
retired,
it.
so the situation has been fixed.
Ah, okay. I'm like, what happened?
I actually completed this in the whole time, which I have
Yeah.
to think is maybe a
So
record
you're
for
supposed
me.
to let it dry or something, and
All right,
then
well, make these
yeah.
and tell us about your travel banks. Save your
Yes.
money so you can go on a trip. Thanks, Danica. If you've seen any trends on social media we should try, you can send them to us anytime on Facebook or gds@fox39.com. We'll be right back.